Hey everyone! Today I am going to make two Christmas cards. I've got two card bases, which I'm putting aside, and two panels. And these cards are going to be basically just created with washi tape. So for the first card, I am choosing some traditional red and green washi tape. And I have cut the card panels down to 4 by 5¼ inches so that there's a little bit of a white border around the panels. And I like to place the washi tape down at just a slight angle, like a little bit diagonal there. You can see the first piece is on. And just kind of layer them up, usually, I don't know, between 4 and 6 different washi tapes, depending on how wide they are or skinny they are. So I've got that brown washi tape with the red trucks and the Christmas trees, and then I've got red washi tape with snowflakes above, and now I'm working on one with green trees. And these ones are all very close to the same width. And this last washi tape has the brown, red, and green all in it. So once all of these are lined up nicely on there, then I'm going to lift the panel up off of my glass mat. And then I just simply fold the washi tape over and stick it to the back. That way I can just glue the panel straight onto the card. Now the bottom row of washi tape here, if I just left it like that, there would be a little piece overhanging. So I do take some scissors and just cut a little tiny piece off of there. And that is all stuck down. And look at how pretty and Christmassy that panel looks. So I'm just laying it on the card base just to see how it looks with that little bit of a white border. And I will stamp a sentiment there. But first I will work on the other panel. So just put those washi tapes away. And then for this one, I'm going to use some different gold washies. I find when I use just gold or silver, they give more of an elegant look. So here I'm just looking through my washi tape and grabbing out some different gold-based ones that are in different widths for this one. I love that one that I'm holding there, that wider one, but I did want some skinny ones, some kind of medium ones, just to mix it up. And I think I've got mostly what I need. I think I do add a 5th washi in, but this one here, when you pick it up in the light, it shimmers so beautifully, and it's a little bit different, like it doesn't just tear. You have to cut that one. And then this is a really skinny one that has gold writing that says Merry Christmas with a few little trees. So I'm not even going to stamp a sentiment on this card. That Merry Christmas on that washi tape is going to be the sentiment. So I'm just deciding which one I wanted to use next. And of course, sometimes it's a bit of a struggle to find the end of the washi. Lining that up. The nice thing about washi tape is if you do stick it down and it's a bit crooked, it very easily pulls up again. And now I have just a plain gold washi tape that's narrower than the others, so I'm just adding that at the bottom. And then once I get that on, I realized a really tiny gold at the top would look really nice. So I was just digging through my little stash there to find a very skinny gold washi tape. And I am happy with that. So once that gets stuck on, then I will again peel that panel up and fold them over so that the washi tape ends stick onto the back. And this one is so shimmery in person. I just love it. Okay, a couple of these were a little wrinkly on the back, so I was just smoothing them out and bringing in the card base to see how that one looks. And I'm very happy with that one. So I'll put that aside and bring the first card back out again because I want to work on the sentiment. So I have got my Misty and I have got a stamp set by Avery L. And it is called Gingerbread Kisses. So I'm just lining my panel up there, and then I am choosing the stamp that says Cozy Holiday Wishes. I thought that went nicely with the vibe of the washi tape there, and also it's a very small, narrow sentiment, and I wanted to angle it above that washi tape just so it all looks nice. So once I've got it lined up, I'm going to pick up the stamp with my MISTI. And then I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink to stamp that sentiment. And I think I only needed to stamp it once. Yep, that worked good. So set that one aside. And now it is time to start gluing the panels onto the card bases. So I've got my Barely Art glue. And I'm just going to line that panel up, make sure I've got it straight. And then what I like to do is hold one end down and flip the other end up. So I've got it in place, and then just apply some glue. And then stick it down, and then I flip it around and do the same on the other side. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll see I do this often. And for me, sometimes I struggle getting the panels straight on the cards, and this is the way that I have found probably to be the most accurate at having it straight. So I'm doing the same thing with the second panel here. Lining it all up. And applying the glue. One nice thing about this glue also, it does not take it long to dry. So really just hold it down for just a few seconds there, and then I can flip it around and do the other side. And with that, these two cards are almost done. And look at how nice they look. So I did want to add an inside greeting to each of the cards. So I have this stamp set by Stampendous, and it's called 'Tis the Season. So I'm bringing my MISTI back out again so that I can stamp twice if needed. I think on both of these cards I only had to apply ink once. But it's always nice to do it in the MISTI and have things lined up in case something doesn't stamp perfectly and it needs to be restamped, then it's going to be stamped straight. So for this first card, I chose the stamp that says "Warmest greetings of the season and every good wish for the coming year." So I'm just making sure that that was straight, and then, sorry, and then I'm going to add the VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink and stamp that inside greeting. Again, making sure the card is straight before I stamp it. And that worked wonderfully. So I'll put that one aside and line up the next card. And for this card, I chose the greeting that says, "May the miracle of Christmas fill your heart with wonder and joy." Took me a little bit to get it off of the packaging. So I'm just getting it lined up there. Make sure it's straight. And then again, I will use that same VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink and stamp that down. Oh, I had a little bit of ink on my fingers. Make sure to get that off so it doesn't smudge. And that one's good. So here are the two finished cards. The traditional red and green, and then the gold. You can see when I move that, it shimmers in the light, which is really pretty. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful, peaceful day.